Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Furniture Painters Unite UK member spotlight. And today I am interviewing the beautiful Jen Parkinson from 13 Furniture and Home Decor. Hi, Jen.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Oh, thank you for asking me.
Well, you're one of the Furniture Painters Unite UK best and longest admins. So I think this is just long overdue. Long overdue.
I've been around for a while now, haven't I?
But I was going to ask how long you have been painting furniture.
Gosh, well, I started painting furniture about 13 years ago now. So when my oldest daughter was a baby, so we just moved house and we were given some furniture. But also I bought this beautiful bedding box off somebody on Facebook. Furniture painter, and it was painted in Annie Sloan all white, and I bought it and then thought, well, do you know what, I'm going to paint the rest of my bedroom to match, and that was where I started. So I started with a pot of Annie Sloan old white and some crack brushes, and it was thinking about what it looks like now, probably not very good.
Well,
Yeah,
everybody has to start somewhere. Everyone, and I think most of us started with the tin of Annie Sloan.
absolutely. Yeah. So that was it. Yeah, I started painting my bedroom furniture. Then I picked up a couple of pieces from charity shops, and did a few bits for myself. And then there's only so much furniture you can have. So then I did a few bits for my mum and a couple of, and that was the
Yeah,
start.
that's brilliant. And so you were in your house doing it in your kitchen,
Yeah.
and then you decided then to turn it into a small business.
Well, I don't really know when that happened,
Or
to
did
be
you
honest.
decide? Did it just happen?
It just happened, really. I had a full-time job, so I was a shop manager for Greg's the Bakers before I started
Lovely.
furniture. And so when I had my second daughter, when Katie was born, I think I was in the dilemma a lot of people get into when you've got a couple of young children at home, that I go to work and most of my wage was going to go to pay for childcare.
Right there.
It was kind of, do I keep going down that road or do I do something else? And it got to the point where I just decided to leave my job without a plan, without knowing what I was going to do next. And so whilst Katie was still little, I just painted some pieces to sell. And that was how it started, really. I just started doing more and more and more.
Yeah.
And pieces were selling quite well. And then I thought, well, I'm going to look to stock some paints. So I started doing that, and that was kind of like the beginning of where I am now. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's a great story because Annie Sloan really did give working mothers a means to make money from the house and be with the children. And I mean, it's great,
yeah,
absolutely great. So you started stocking. Did you start stocking paint from the house then as an online
yeah,
shop?
I did. So in the beginning, I started stocking Wise Owl, so that was just online only. So that was, I set up my website and put all the paint online, and all my furniture then went onto the website as well, instead of just sort of selling on Facebook or through my
Yeah.
Facebook page or marketplace. Then I had the website, so I had paint and furniture and stuff on the website as well.
Brilliant. So we'll talk. You said that there you started stocking Wise Oil, so we'll talk about that for a minute, because Wise Oil is an American company, an American paint company that wouldn't be well known in the UK,
Yeah.
but it's amazing. It's amazing paint, amazing products, as well
Yes.
as their chalk synthesis,
Yeah.
which is brilliant for blending, and that's the brand that Brush by Brandy uses, as we
Yeah.
saw her doing her demonstrations at PBA last year and the year before. And
Yeah.
then there's the 1 hour enamel. So talk us about the 1 hour enamel paint that Wise Oil do.
So the 1 hour enamel is a satin paint, so it's got an enamel-like finish. So it's got that kind of nice satiny sort of sheen to it that you get from an enamel. It's not super shiny, but the advantages I think with 1 hour enamel is it absolutely definitely does not need a top coat. You get some paints that say you don't need to top coat this, but really if it's going to get a lot of use, then you do. But Wise Owl's 1 hour enamel, you definitely don't need to top coat.
Yeah, it's very tough, isn't it? Very tough wearing.
Have a really tough finish, and 1 hour enamel, because it dries really fast, so it tends to be dry within about half an hour, and then an hour or two later you're ready to recoat, and it cures fast as well, so fully cured within 14 days, and it's waterproof. So it was made with sort of kitchen cabinets in mind. It's great for front doors, high traffic furniture, because
Brilliant.
it's super durable. Yeah, so nice and easy to use, and
is it self-leveling? Has there self-leveling? Brilliant. Not that I have brush strokes. Just saying I don't. But the fact that they're self-leveling really does help sometimes, doesn't it? So in case anyone doesn't know, you are the only stockist of this paint in the UK.
Well, I think there's a couple of shops in Scotland.
Okay, but definitely in England and Wales, you are the only.
And there's Mel Revived and Restored. Mel stock.
I didn't know Mel stocked it.
Yeah.
Well, then just completely discount what I said there. So I didn't know anyone else stocked it.
Yeah, no.
Because to me, you are to me. I think it's just maybe because I've known you for so long as the Wise Owl girl. Because Wise Owl, then we've talked about the chalk synthesis and the 1 hour enamel, which is fantastic, and then the salve, they do furniture salve, which is the most amazing product.
Fab.
Isn't it? Fab. And it's really, I think I have bought 3 from you and I still have a little bit in each. So it really does a little goes a really long way. And in case people don't know, talk us about salve, because it's not just for furniture.
No, it's not just for furniture. So you can use it to restore your leather sofa if it needs a bit of a buff up. My husband uses it to polish the inside of his van, and it smells nice. You can use it on stainless steel. So if you've got a fridge or a cooker or something like that needs a bit of a polish, you can do that. Polishing up hardware, if you've got a bit of tarnish on your hardware, you get a bit of wire wool polish, it's great for that. So yeah, it does. But you can seal paint with it, so you can use it over the chalk synthesis paint, you can use it over bare wood, you can also use it over existing finish if you want to give it a little buff up, but also it's great for putting on the inside of your pieces of furniture, and it adds that little bit of an extra dimension. I think if you're doing pieces to sell, and you've got a customer who unwraps their piece and it smells amazing, it kind of gives it that little bit of something extra.
I love the smell. Black Seas was mine, and what was that? The rich man's backside on a leather chair.
Tobacco flower,
Tobacco flower. I mean, it was amazing. I love it. Well, that's brilliant. So where are you based in England?
I'm in Bolton.
Bolton.
So I'm about half an hour from Manchester. So I'm just north of Manchester.
Very good. Yes, and I've heard of Bolton because I had a friend went to university in Bolton.
Okay.
So we're going back 30 years, and he still would have supported Bolton Wanderers, is it?
Yeah.
So Bolton definitely had an impression on my friend, in the short time that he lived there. So and then you still have your online shop.
Yes.
And your website, you still have your website, and all orders can be placed directly from the website. They don't have to go to Bolton. Yes. But if anyone wants to go to Bolton and try out the products, they're more than welcome. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So we talked about, you said you started 13 years ago in the house, and then when did you decide, or how did it happen that you transitioned from being an online stockist with a website to then having a presence on the high street with your bricks and mortar shop?
So I think, like a lot of people who paint furniture, space is quite limited when you're doing it from home. And so I knew that I needed to find somewhere, because I was just running out of space and it was just taking over. And also I needed that
Yeah.
difference between being at work and being at home. So I think it got difficult as it was all sort of blending together. So the shop that I'm in was a fruit and veg shop. So I used to come here, and the girls that had the shop decided to close and go off and do something different. So I knew the shop was coming up for rent, and when I saw it advertised, I thought, oh, do you know what, that would be perfect for me. So I came and had a look around, and yeah, here I am. So
It's very scary, isn't it? It's a big step
it
to
is,
take from and putting yourself out there. But as you say, sometimes it's very difficult when you've a young family,
yeah,
well, I have teenagers and it's difficult to get anything done. And then you can find yourself still painting at 11 at night, and then it feels as if you don't get a break.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, so now I can shut the door and go home, and then I'm at
Yeah,
home then. So that's
perfect.
made a difference really, which is great, which is what you need. You need to have a work-life balance. So
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Yes, you do. You have to have a balance, or you just burn out. Everybody talks about this burnout, but nobody really knows what it is. But that's what it is. It's not having a balance, and then you just can't do it anymore. You just go, right, that's it. I've had a sickener. I don't know if that's a term you hear in Bolton, sickener. You've had a sickener of it? No.
no, no, but
Oh, it's definitely an Irish thing then, but I've had a sickener. I've got sickened. And then you just shut down and you never paint again.
yeah, that's difficult.
Scary. So what else then, apart, we talk about Wise Oil, because you've stocked that the longest. But
Yes.
now you're in your bricks and mortar, you're stocking new products for you, and talk us through what all you have to offer in Bolton.
Well, I'm going to look at the shelves now so I remember
No,
everything.
never mind.
Some stuff I just, see a new shiny tin of paint and I think, oh, I've got to have that. So yeah, I've got loads of stuff. So Fusion, I stock Fusion mineral paint, Posh Chalk pigments. I have Polyvine. um I also have Little Fairs. So I'd like to mention Little Fairs because when I first started painting furniture, I lived across the road from the man that owns Little Fairs.
I've never
And
heard of it. Can you reach one to show us? I've never
yeah,
heard of Little Fairs. But then I'm in Northern Ireland, so maybe it's just because I'm not local, but I've never heard of it.
so these are Little Fairs
Oh,
wood dye. So
oh,
they come in a range of natural colours. They also do some bright colours and driftwood and white.
nice.
So yeah, they're a really nice. So yeah, I used to live across the road from the man that owns Little Fairs, and he brought me a table that he'd found at the tip to
Aw.
restore. Started doing it, and that's one thing that has really stuck with me. But yeah, so they're from Darwin, which is about 20 minutes from Bolton. I used to live in Darwin. I don't live there
Oh, I
anymore.
love that. I love the fact that it is so local. And then
Yeah,
the big trend now, Fusion is a Canadian paint,
yeah,
which is fantastic, a fantastic paint, but I love it. It's hard wearing and durable as well. But the trend at the minute is, as you well know, because you are a master at it, is to leave a bit of exposed wood and then paint either the carcass or paint the trim. And your work,
yeah,
you have just mastered the balance between how much wood to leave and the finish on the wood, because it can be tricky once you
yeah.
get it sanded down. to the Bear veneer. It can be tricky then to get a really nice finish. So that what's that called again? I meant little flowers.
Little fairs. Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
flowers. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna write that down. Definitely gonna buy some of that and try
Yeah.
it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
do
so
wood varnishes as well, and waxes and different top coats.
lovely.
Yeah, they do a nice range of stuff, and it's good. It's good stuff. So
Well, I like trying new things. I do love trying. I love experimenting. I love trying new things and then experimenting with them. And that's just another way of saying I never read instructions. Never
yeah,
read instructions. Get stuck in, and sometimes you actually find the best happy like accidents because you haven't read instructions and you just go with it and then you come up with something new. So that's brilliant. And what else then? So it's Polyvine. They do a lot of top coats.
yeah. So
Do
I
you,
have a polyvine. I just have a couple of different varnishes, bears varnishes as well. So I
brilliant.
got those. What else do I have? So I've got Annie Sloan, which is fab. Annie Sloan is the latest introduction to the shop, and
Brilliant.
it's so nice to have Annie
That's
Sloan here.
brilliant.
That's where,
Yeah, because you started with her.
yeah,
I think it's lovely. I'm just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb because I just realised it wasn't, and I was getting notifications. But yes, it's lovely to support Annie because, as I said at the start, this industry is because of Annie.
yeah,
Whether she meant it or not, whether it was complete a happy accident, whether she realised so many women would take up the paintbrush and would follow in her footsteps. So yeah, it's lovely that you're supporting Annie. So
yeah.
do you carry her full range? So now she has their chalk paint, satin paint, wall paint.
So
Is
I
that it?
just have chalk paint at the moment. I'll probably get the satin at some point. But yeah, I just one thing at a time. Otherwise I get overwhelmed. So
Yeah,
yeah, just got the chalk paint. I've got a lot of the accessories, stencils, brushes, wax,
lovely.
the crackle glaze, gold leaf and size and
Right,
all. So quite a good range. But yeah,
brilliant.
chalk paint in terms of the paint at the moment.
And all
Uh,
that on your website, yeah.
so yeah, so I've got the Iron Orchid Design transfers.
Do you?
Yeah,
Ooh, I love their transfers. They're so detailed, aren't they? And so like Victorian or something very special about them.
yeah, there's a lot of sort of floral stuff. Like I really like flowers, but there's a lot of dark floral things. So I like those.
The
And the staff
botanicals.
as well. So they're fab.
Yeah.
And mint. I've got mint decoupage papers.
Woo!
So I think that's everything. Is it? Yeah. So I've got brushes like Klingon, and I've got two fuzzy blokes and
Oh yeah, brilliant.
zebra. So yeah, have
So
bits and bobs.
you basically in Bolton is you have a one-stop shop. You actually stock every single thing that anyone could want or desire
Yeah.
to put on a piece of furniture, which is fantastic. Well, like, congratulations, because I know that being a stockist, you just have that initial outlay. It's just like outlay buy and all, outlay, and then it
Yeah.
takes such a long time to get that back.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as well that people look to save on postage, and look for places that have a variety of
Yes.
different brands as well. So yeah, it is just outlay,
Right,
and
like
get,
at the start, yeah. But just keep going, because as you say, people, you're a one-stop shop now.
yeah,
So now, yes, if you were just Wise Owl, if somebody wanted to buy Wise Owl and a Klingon brush, then they would have to go to two different places, and as you say, pay two different postages. So now they can just come to you, which is brilliant, fantastic. I love to see that you're growing and expanding. I think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then you also, because you're the name, you used to be, when I met you, just 13 Furniture, and now you're 13 Furniture and Home Decor.
yeah,
And I know it's because you are making your own bespoke, made to order lampshades.
yes, do like
Brilliant.
that.
Love
Yeah,
that.
So I love fabric. I love velvet. It's lovely. So yeah, I really like making lampshades. And I do
I
lampshades
absolutely.
as well.
Oh, you do classes? I was going to ask you about workshops.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So
So
if somebody wants to learn how to make their own lamp now, obviously they can come and buy them from you, but if they want to learn how to make their own, or they've got a piece of fabric from like a dress that they had that they loved and they want to make it, so where do they book the workshops with you? Do they book it on the website or do they contact you directly?
yeah, just on the website. So I'll have some dates on there, so you can just go and book on the website and come
Oh,
along and
brilliant.
trade. Yeah.
And what is that the only workshop you're doing at the minute, or do you do the furniture painting as well?
I do occasionally do a furniture painting one as well. I haven't got anything planned at the minute. I think probably in September, just get the summer holidays out of the way,
Yeah.
and then I look at planning some more classes in. So I've got quite a few commissions booked in over the next couple of months. So
Yeah, but if
uh,
anyone's watching this in the Bolton area, they can contact you and give them your details to let you know they're interested come September, October time, that they will be
yeah,
interested in a workshop. So it's good to know what
yeah,
the demand is.
yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. And we talked about you moving from the house to the shop and how big a step it is. And is there any advice if somebody's watching this and they're saying, I want to do what she has inspired me, do it because she can, what advice would you, or if there's any advice apart from go for it, would you
Yeah.
give somebody that's, in the house and they're getting a bit overwhelmed and they're thinking, I need a shop, or I need to move on to a bigger space?
That's it. I think it's just a case of go for it, isn't it? If you're thinking about it, and if that's where you want to be, then you've got to take the steps to do it, haven't you? There's only so much time you can spend thinking about, I want to do this, and then eventually, if you want to make it happen, then you've got to take those steps to do it. So yeah, I absolutely love having the shop. It really is a dream come true, and I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but it is.
No.
I get to come in here on a Monday morning and just go and squirrel myself away in the back with my paint, and I've got an amazing supply of paint, and just go and do my thing, and I'm really grateful to be able to do that. It's not been an easy journey to get here, and I think having a small business and a little shop is not easy with the way the world is at the moment, but
Yeah.
be able to do it and to get by is yeah, it's great. So
Yeah,
if
it's
you
quite an
think about,
achievement. It really is. So you should be so proud of yourself because it is a great achievement to be making it work. I love it. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And what future plans have you got for the shop and for yourself, or is that just
I'm
keep
just
going?
where I am at the moment,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, I think that in terms of future things would be looking at stocking different products. I'm always on the lookout for new stuff that I can bring to the shop or new things to try. So that's always something that I'm looking to do. But in terms of the shop and where I am and what I'm doing, I'm quite happy where I am.
That's,
So
I love that because honestly, Jen, there's not very many people in the world can just say, no, I'm really happy with I'm just happy. So I
yeah,
love that. That's brilliant. You are a real inspiration. And if anyone's watching this, again, just to remind them that you're based in Bolton, but you have an online shop, you have a website, you teach, you make your own lampshades, but you also teach people how to make lampshades. You have a fantastic talent for the wood. I mean, honestly, your work. If anyone is thinking about that, they want to paint furniture, but they don't want to paint it all. They want to leave wood. Go and check Jen out. Honestly, her work is brilliant, and you could learn a thing or two or three from her. And also, she's our longest standing admin of Furniture Painters Unite UK. So, have you any plans for any like I think there's PBAs coming up in September? Have you any plans to?
yeah, no, I haven't. I am waiting to go down to Oxford to Annie Sloan
Oh,
HQ,
fab.
the Annie Sloan workshops. So that's going to be the next sort of trip out.
Brilliant. And then will you be able to offer them as a workshop in the future?
Yeah. So hopefully that will be something I'll be able to offer by the end of the year. I think it's difficult with having the shop because it's just me. It's difficult to go to these events and stuff because I have to close the shop, and that's something that I've not quite found a balance with yet. That
it is a big commitment. It is a big commitment. What age are the children now? Then the oldest is 13. I'm just thinking child labour.
Ava's 13, Katie's 7. So
maybe I'll give Katie another year.
Yeah, Ava doesn't do hard work though. She's she's not into working hard.
But listen, I really love talking to you and getting to know you and getting to know more about you. And I think it's just fantastic what you've built and such a legacy for the children. I think you're just amazing, just absolutely amazing that they can see their mum doing this and achieving and striving and chasing their dreams. And the fact that you said no, you wouldn't change anything. You're just happy. That's brilliant. I love it. So thank you so much for taking time today to speak to me. And yeah, everybody go check Jen out. 13 Furniture and Home Decor. Thanks, Jen.
Thank
Bye.
you. See
Lovely.
you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.